Guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here for Throwback Thursday number 2. Before we get started, please, if you're so inclined, hit that like button below and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload new content. I'd appreciate it. If not, it's all good. But this is our second episode of Throwback Thursday, where I grab an older knife out of my collection, a knife that has some kind of value because it's still in my collection, and I share it with you guys and talk about it. And this is the second Kershaw that I've ever featured on the channel. One was budget knives, and it was more of a rant than an actual featuring of a knife. But this is an old, when I say old, I probably picked this up in 1985. Made in the USA Kershaw. It's called the Mini Mojito 1800. It is assisted. It does have a wicked recurve. It has been used, and I'd say it's been pretty well abused, but it's still, because I had a ceramic rod at the time, and I have a feeling it's still pretty sharp. And this could be just setting me up for a huge fail, but yeah, it's not very sharp. Yeah, it's got some sharp places, but again, it's not all that. It could be stropped up, it could be cleaned up a bit, but again, it's a 30 something year old knife. And what's unique about this knife is it's made in the USA. I bought it way back in the 80s, early 80s, because I found it really cool. You can see I also used it as a pry bar, used it for all kinds of stuff, but it was one of Ken Onion's first speed safe locks and first this ball lock for the Mini Mojito is a Ken Onion first, and it was kind of revolutionary at the time. You can't really see, but on this little flipper tab here, the way you disengage this knife is it's got this little spring that locks into that stop. This is kind of acts as a stop pin. And when I push this flipper tab, the spring assist locks it in. It's locked right into the stop pin, locks right into the frame there, and it provides a very good lockup. But one thing that's kind of cool and unique about this is one side of this flipper tab is just solid and connected to the blade, and this other little piece, this black little piece, is actually part of the speed safe mechanism. So not that I would ever do this, but if I take my fingernail and push on that flipper tab that's connected to the blade, it is locked in there. That's kind of like a safety. I think of it as like kind of a Glock trigger. It's got this button right here that's right beside it that releases, and I've not taken this knife apart. I keep reaching for a liner lock. I've not taken it apart, but something about this little black piece, when you push it, it goes ever so slightly up and releases that blade so that it can fly out. It also can fly out from these thumb studs, which are also the release, because see, these are on a spring. They've got a ball bearing here right at the, see if you guys can, if I can get that to focus. Focus. A little ball in that ball bearing there. And then that is what unlocks the knife. And again, it is spring assisted, so it's not going to drop shut. I put a little doodad on it a while back, one of my snake knots. But that is a very unique knife, guys. The construction is stainless steel with a G10 insert, stainless steel on the back, 440A. I forget what the steel is, but it is made in the USA. It is the Mini Mojito 1800. I've looked around online and see these every now and then on eBay. Kind of a cool knife, a knife that people still seem to chase. Again, I'm not in it to chase or think about getting rid of it for that reason, but it is just a interesting knife. I've never liked Kershaw's, but back in the day I did. I've got a missing blur that I lost a long time ago somewhere in the house, and that was a knife that I carried for a really long time. And then I've got a chive that I keep at my office that I'll bring home and do for one of my Throwback Thursdays. But this is the Ken Onion. I apologize for that little shake in there. This is the Ken Onion Mini Mojito. It is a smaller knife, just to give you an idea. This is the Penguin. I'm going to do this as one of my Throwback Thursday knives, but it's smaller than the Penguin. Guys, do me a favor. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out to the guy or girl to your right. Look out for one another. Know that we'll not always agree. A lot of times we'll disagree, but that's okay. Move forward with love in your heart. Choose debate without hate. I love you all. Let me know if you think Throwback Thursdays is lame or if y'all are enjoying looking at some of these older knives. I love you all. Peace.